Everyone enjoys their games differently, and because of that I am a firm believer that there is no incorrect way to play a video game. But lately I've noticed a pattern of the newer games I've added to my library over the years. You see these games? I beat all of them on the weekend that they launched, and some of them I 100%ed between launch weekend and the week after. The thing is, I always go at my own pace. My pace just seems to be faster than others. Because of that, I can't help but feel that despite enjoying these games to their fullest offerings, I'm doing it wrong. And that's saying something because I don't believe there is a wrong way to enjoy a game. But in the middle of me coming to this realization, I see the name Webfishing popping up on my socials. At first, I thought it was the name of a new virus, like a phishing email or something. The game looked like Animal Crossing boiled down to just its fishing, and it's literally only fishing. So I thought to myself, looks like a good time waster, and maybe I'll enjoy it. Maybe it'll be a game that can take me more time to complete than the ones I've bought before. So far, the game has been a really welcoming experience. When alone, it has this isolated, lonely atmosphere I love in games like Slime Rancher, but when together with friends, it could go from a very relaxing time to a kind of goofy, chaotic time. After reading the tutorial, you appear here. This is the Campground, also known as Pawprint Point, and there are 4 things of note here. First is the quest board. Completing quests either gets you money or something to customize your character. Second is the green roof building. Inside, there's one of the many dirt mounds around the map that you can go to for buying more bait or selling your fish. On the right, you can see a possum that sells the majority of the cosmetics, and the last person in the middle is a massive frog toad that I'm going to call Papa Toad. You go to Papa Toad to level up your camp. The higher level your camp, the more upgrades Papa Toad can sell you. The third notable thing in the campground is this vending machine where you could buy drinks to temporarily boost your catches, your speed, the size that you want your character to be, and alcohol that makes you walk a little bit on your own and also changes the way you speak and chat. The fourth and final notable thing in the campground is probably the least important, but it adds to the coziness of the game, and that is this blue roof building, the aquarium. You can only put 1 fish in, but whenever you join someone's world, you can see your fish along with theirs. It's kind of like a way to show off to other people. Although usually whenever I go in, they have a massive fish in there that's clipping through the walls. Once you've familiarized yourself with the main spawn area, you should start exploring. The island is divided by a west side, which I will call Maximus, and an east side, which I will call Minimus. Maximus is home to the campground, and as the name suggests, it has the larger stuff on the map. You have a massive lake with a rock in the center. Going south, you can see a beach that goes around a corner, as well as a massive dock in the center of it. There's a lighthouse, which you can fish from the top of if you look at the ocean from a certain angle. Going north of Maximus leads you to a few ponds and a stream, and this stream connects to the river that divides Maximus and Minimus. Crossing the bridge, we make our way to Minimus, and as the name suggests, it's home to the smaller parts of the map. But it's almost as if it's a miniature copy of Maximus, like a younger sibling copying their older one. On the northmost part of the map, the only fishing spot is the dividing river, but going down the trail a little bit, you can see a few tiny ponds, similar to how Maximus has some on its north side. Near the center of Minimus, similar to Maximus, there's also a lake, albeit smaller. And as you probably would have guessed, there is a smaller beach and smaller dock here, but hidden away in a little corner right in front of the dock is a yellow-roofed building. This is the hidden 5th area of note. No clue who's in here, but seeing them hide away kind of reminds me of Crazy Red from Animal Crossing. You can buy a metal detector to find treasures you can trade for some cosmetics, and also props that you can place down around the map. And it's over here where you can also buy the thing that my friends all enjoy, the scratch-off tickets, which I don't recommend, because you are just gambling away your money, and more often than not, you'll lose just like me. But, it's scientifically proven that 99% of people quit before they make it big. Anyways, to unlock everything at this shop, you have to go to Papa Toad and upgrade your camp. Alright, I hear you. I've been yapping way too much. So how do you play web fishing? Web fishing has a gameplay mechanic I like to call immersive fishing. While games like Animal Crossing have you spam the A button, web fishing takes a Stardew Valley route of making you play a little minigame to catch the fish. All you gotta do is hold down left click and make sure that the bar goes down all the way to the bottom. If you run into a wall, that means you have to start clicking, and the number indicates how many times you have to click. Papa Toad also sells you some upgrades. Rod power increases the damage done to those walls. Rod speed decreases the amount of time it takes for the bar to go down. Rod chance increases the odds of fish biting. Rod luck increases the quality of coin bags. And finally, there is a tackle box upgrade that increases the amount of bait you can carry, and you can only fish when you have bait. Bait lets you get certain tiers and quality of fish. You start off with worms to get the basic stuff, meanwhile Nautilus bait gets you the high tier, high quality stuff. There's also lures that contribute to the quality of the fish. For example, large lures give you a higher chance of catching a larger fish. I want to give a quick thank you to Darkyen for making this guide to understanding the game's fishing mechanics. I am so sorry for butchering your name. I'll leave a link in the description and the iCard to the guide. Alright, so what are the main goals of the game? You may think it's the quest board, but there's no real push to do the quests. Usually by the time you're done with them, another one will reappear with higher requirements. So really it's just a to-do list for whenever you're bored. And if there is an actual end to these quests, I am unaware of it. But if you go into your inventory and click the fish icon, you're presented with the journal, separated into freshwater, saltwater, and a miscellaneous category. As of making this video, there are 32 freshwater fish, 32 saltwater fish, and 13 undefined fish. Your main goal is filling out this journal, and as a completion bonus, you see those little circles above each entry. Those represent rarities. So if you're aiming for completion, just remember, certain fish require certain lures and bait. Papa Toad can also sell you a little fishing buddy, both a saltwater one and a freshwater one that you can upgrade in speed and quality. The little guy will contribute to your completion and fish alongside you in its cute little buckets. And look, they have a little hat. And yeah, that's how you play the game, and that's all you gotta do. But this game feels a little bit like the black sheep of many collecting games I've played. I don't know what's a better way to describing it than it feels, rather than playing a game while talking to friends, I'm talking to friends while playing a game. Or maybe it's the reverse. I don't know. You know what I mean. While playing this game, there was one thing that did bother me a bit. You see, this game obviously takes inspiration from Animal Crossing, but whenever I play Animal Crossing, I'm a bigger fan of the bug collecting than the fishing. I would have loved to catch bugs in this game, maybe to use as bait, or maybe have a terrarium area where we can like display our bugs, you know, like those places where you see all those butterflies flying around. And, you know, I believe this game probably did have many Animal Crossing aspects in mind while being developed. It was later confirmed to me after watching a video by JunkoCat claiming their friend Kitty of the Yerks was decompiling the game and came across some unused assets. Among these unused assets, there was also an icon for a bug net and 2 bugs in a folder titled Placeholder. Even though it's unused and unused things don't automatically mean that they're confirmed, you know, it makes me happy knowing that they were considered and could possibly appear in a future update. If you'd like to see the full video, I'll also have that in the description below, along with the ats of the 2 people involved. Oh, and before I forget, there are also some other little things in the game besides the fishing that can make the game more enjoyable and feel a little bit cozier. You can change your avatar's pattern, primary color, secondary color, tail shape, facial features, and clothing. As you can see, I like sporting my Man I Love Fishing shirt. There are also titles you can get. My favorite ones are Yapper, Good Boy, Shithead, Coy Boy, and the title that goes to the one who caught the super duper rare Golden Ray. The cosmetic shop also sells boxing gloves and super boxing gloves if you want to mess with your friends. There's also bobbers that can add some uniqueness to your fishing experience, chalk and erasers for people who like to draw, but you can only draw on these circular parts around the map. Finally, there's the guitar and tambourine. You can actually play the guitar and save up to 9 chords to alternate between while playing a song. I've never seen anyone use a tambourine though, so I can't really say much about it. Also, there's this little mail feature that lets you send fish and other gifts to your friends on the same world as you. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, but you get some rewards for upgrading your tiers, and one of those rewards is unlocking your own private island, and there's 3 versions of it. You can get the final one once you max out your camp. Each one is just a basic little island with a little lake somewhere and ocean. Ocean as far as the eye can see. And yeah, that's everything web fishing. The first 2 days I had this game, me and my friends spent almost a whole day playing it. Honestly, it's a really nice, really relaxing experience, and I'd recommend it to you guys to try. Anyways, I'm gonna head out now. Thank you all for watching.